guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tatiana. I'm the owner of the Stationery Muse, and I love to inspire you guys to go for what you want in your lives. As you can see, this video is a little bit different. I wanted to be all made up for y'all, but the reality is, if you've been following me, you may or may not know I have something called costochondritis, and it comes and goes, it flares up just depending on different things. But the main thing for me is like if I overexert myself or something, which I definitely did, try to move a mattress. And so now I'm dealing with the aftermath of that and just trying to take it easy. So that's why I'm here in my backyard looking. I really wanted to film this so I can share this information with you guys because it's something that I had planned to do, and then I was like, oh, maybe I won't post the video. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna post the video. It don't need to be perfect. So hopefully you guys still get the information. Before we dive into the video, I did want to let you guys know really quickly that the enrollment is open for my group coaching program, the Inspire Blueprint. So if you are interested in starting your very own stationery business, or if you need some help with the one you currently have, but you need some clarity and kind of want to get things back in order, this program may be for you. Click the link down below to learn a little bit more about the program. It is a course and a group coaching hybrid type of situation, and all the information is on that page. You can read all about it, and of course reach out to me if you have any questions. But the slots are limited, and I'm really excited to work with this next round of ladies. I took a little bit of a longer break from the program than expected just due to this move and everything, but I'm excited to get back into it. And so anyway, without further ado, let's get into the video. So mainly, I wanted to film this because I really get this question, as some of the questions I get, this is always a really big one. And it's really, when do I launch? Basically, like, what should my launch date be? How long should my launch last? And just like, what do you do during a launch period? And so I have a lot of different videos on my channel where I've talked about launching and strategies and things that you can do. But I wanted to just kind of touch on it a little bit more and kind of maybe have it all in one place for you guys. So of course, it's definitely going to depend on what you're actually launching, of course, right? So if it's going to be a planner, if it's going to be shirts or mugs or I don't know, cards, whatever that may be, a subscription box. There's so many different things. And so you kind of have to take some of this a little bit and then apply it to your situation because everyone's going to be different. I love to use the idea of a planner because it's something that typically is time sensitive, unless it's undated. If you have an undated planner that you're trying to launch, I feel like you can still kind of do it within planner season, but you have a little bit more flexibility because there's really no start date or end date to your planner. So you have a bit more flexibility with that, and you can kind of launch that at any time of the year. Whereas if you have a more dated planner, whether it's a mid-year like June to July or something, or if it's a January to December type of planner, then you're definitely going to want to make sure that you're doing it within the time of when people are making buying decisions. So when people are deciding, okay, ooh, I know the new year is coming up in a few months, I really want to make sure that I pick a planner that's going to be great for me. Let me start doing my research now. And typically most people start doing that within Q4 because, you know, we're getting into the fall, the holidays, and then you're like, oh my gosh, it's almost the new year, and you start thinking about those things. And so typically Q4 is really where you want your planner, especially the beginning of Q4, to really shine, be out there, be available for people to know about. And so that would mean that you want to be in a pre-launch type of phase. Hopefully you guys can hear me. They're building houses around us and stuff, so I apologize for the noise. I'm not going to get my microphone again, taking it easy. But so once you know when you're releasing it, whether if it's dated or not dated, and this can again really apply to anything when you think about what makes sense in a specific time frame for someone. Is this product that I'm creating, is it time sensitive? Am I doing let's see, a holiday card set? So of course you don't want to release your holiday card set in December. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You want to give people a couple of months at least to be able to know that you have it and things like that. And so once you realize when you're going to be planning to launch it, which if we're using the dated planner example, if you're doing it in the beginning of Q4, meaning like sometime in October, then you are now going to want to figure out, okay, my pre-launch, especially, I always say this, if you are a new business, this counts for me as well. Even though I'm 5 years in, I still consider myself to be new. I still consider myself to have a lot more people that have no idea who the Stationery Muse is. So you want to make sure that you give your audience enough time to know about your business, about you, and about the product. So you don't want to literally just put it up one day and be like, all right, y'all, I got a new planner, it's available. That's not how you launch. Launching is going to be a series of actions. It's going to be you building up your email list, giving them some type of email opt-in that's going to help them in some way or give them a small win. That email list is going to be those people that are going to be showing some interest in your business. You know, whether they decide to purchase the product you're launching or not, at least you know they have some interest in your business, which is very important. It's very crucial to be building your audience outside of just social media. And I've shared about email lists before. I'll make sure I link the video where I kind of went in depth about email list building and things like that, because you want to do that. It's extremely important. On top of that, you really want to make sure that within that same time frame in the beginning, you're bringing people along, you're showing them the behind the scenes. Even if things are not 100% perfect, that's okay. Let them know, you know, what you're working on. I have a couple over here. You want some? They're not cut though. She wants more grapes, y'all. Here, come get it. I don't even know what I was saying. Yeah, you can eat that one because it's little. Got it? Okay, I had lost my train of thought for a second. But you want to be educating them and you want to be bringing them along with you. So what I personally did for my planner last year, Emery, go sit down and watch your show. And then go sit down for a little bit, okay? So I can finish filming. Thank you. You want to bring them along with you and educate them along the way. So it's like, my planner is a great example because that was one that I really feel like I executed flawlessly, and I was able to have that as something to show. But just showing people that I'm working on it, telling them about the actual planner that was going to be coming, you know, really expressing my personal feelings about the whole thing. You know, I was nervous. It was something new. But yeah, so it's really one of those things where everyone is going to have a very different pre-launch of what that means for you. But I feel like an email list is kind of a non-negotiable. Educating your audience, meaning really showing them exactly what they're going to be getting, how to use it, whether you do that in the form of video or just posting on your social media platforms, sending out emails about it, things that really get them to know, like, okay, is this gonna really work for me? Just kind of helping them with the buying decision overall. And I know for some products, some of this stuff may not need to get that deep, especially like, okay, if you're coming out with like a sticker kit or something like that, people know how to use stickers. But even just taking a moment to show them what it would look like laid out in the planner, on a planner spread, especially if it can be used for different types and things like that, you still want to educate people and you want to give them a reason to care about it. And so if you're excited about it, if you're talking about it all the time and you're motivated about it, then they are going to be that much more interested. So it's really important to fill the pre-launch with all of those things. And I have a whole method called the Evolve method that I break down. I've done it in trainings before, but it really teaches you every little piece of what the launch phase looks like. And so once you kind of get through that pre-launch stuff, you're educating people, you're bringing them along, all of those things like that, you really want to make sure that you're also setting goals. And I love to talk about this. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos on just goal setting in business in general. Emery, can you quiet down a little bit? Because what ends up happening is if you just kind of go into a launch, you don't really have any plans of where you want this thing to go. You want to have goals tied to these things. So when you are sitting down to do a launch, you don't want to just go in blindly like, oh, okay, we'll just kind of see what happens. Like, have a cap, have an idea of how many you want to sell, how many people you want to reach, and then be tracking that along the way so that you have some ways to see like, okay, did I progress? Did I hit my goals? What are some room for opportunity and things like that? Like, you really want to treat your business as a business. I know many of you guys, including myself, work for companies that do these things all the time, but we don't always think to do it for our own businesses. And it's really important to sit down and set goals, set things that are measurable. I actually put a post up about that recently on my Instagram page as well too. It's like you want to tie the things that you want to see happen, you want to tie it to something that you can measure and see. And so I had a really big goal that I wanted to hit 1,500 people on my email list last year. I ended up surpassing that. I think I ended the year with about 2,000 people on there, but I started the year last year with like 300 or something. And so that was, last year was really the first time where I really started putting numbers to things. And I think a lot of times for me, and maybe even for you, that could just be out of fear, or maybe you don't want to feel like you failed if you don't hit it. But what really is nice is that it gives you an opportunity to have something to work towards, right? So just really think about that. If you know you're getting ready to launch something, instead of just kind of counting yourself out, like I like to say, and being like, okay, we'll just kind of see what happens, or okay, maybe we'll sell 5 or 10. Like, double whatever you're thinking, you know, kind of challenge yourself a little bit and speak that into existence. Write it down, put it up somewhere where you can see it, and all of those things really help you to see those things happen. And so the launch is going to be a huge part of the success. And then even beyond the launch, you want to have things that you can then go back and ask people, you know, what do you think about it? You know, get testimonials and even better feedback so that you can make it better for the next time that you launch it, or the next time that you decide to do something similar, or whatever the case may be. I recently sent out a survey to all those that purchased my planner, so I'm in the process of getting ready to start the process of preparing for the 2022 planner, and I'm like, I want to know what people think. They've been using it now for about half the year. I really want to get their feedback, and so I encourage you to do the same. That's all going to help you to be a better business. It's going to help you to create a better product the next time. And so other things I would say about the launch as well. So once you kind of know if it's tied to a time frame, if not, you really can launch at any time. Like if you are doing a subscription box, I don't really think there's never really a perfect time to launch a subscription box, because any time really is good for that. If you are thinking about it, but remember to give yourself the time to educate people. So sometimes we can get really excited and we just put it out there, like I did when I launched my box, for example. It was like, and the days are not exact, but it was literally like I woke up on a Wednesday and I was like, oh shoot, I want to do a box, and on Friday the box was available. Like there was no pre-promotion, no nothing. It was just like, oh, it's here. So that's really what's important, and that time frame can really look like a month or longer, you know, especially if you are in the creation phase of something and you know it's going to take you a couple months or a quarter or even a little longer to create it. That time can be used for you to be building your audience and starting to make a name for yourself. You don't have to wait until you have the physical product in hand to start giving them the value. Never feel like you need to have that finished thing in order to look professional or something like that. People really do connect with the story, and so they're going to appreciate you so much more for sharing the journey along the way, versus waiting and then your first post is literally, okay, here's these journals, come buy it, you know, and they have no idea who you are. They've never heard of your business before, but they're expected to purchase something from a company they don't know nothing about, a person that they know nothing about. So it's a lot. It's a lot. And I am constantly trying to figure out ways to make my launches even better. And even with my coaching business, that's so new to me. I've never really been a service-based business before until the last year. And so trying to figure out ways to launch when my programs and things open and stuff like that. It's all a learning experience, and we just get better as time goes on. Sometimes we fail, things flop, and then you try again, right? And so even if you do feel like you launched before and it didn't go the way you planned, or it flopped, or whatever you want to call it, I've had my fair share of those as well. Just know that instead of kind of taking that as like, okay, then that means like nobody wanted it or nobody cares, or is the lighting changing? The lighting is changing, y'all. Okay, I don't know what's going on. The lighting is changing. But anyway, instead of taking it as no one cares, no one knows about this, really look at what did you do prior to the date that it was available for them to purchase, and really see like, okay, did I really give enough time for them to know who I am? Did I educate them? Did I give them opportunity to learn a little bit about me and my story, and really give them a reason to trust me and to care? Did I give them something of value so that they feel like it's not just like a one-sided type relationship? Like all of those things are really going to help you when it comes to reevaluating what already happened, why it didn't go the way that you wanted it to go, and then see what you can do a little bit better. And I know a lot of times for me, typically it's the time frame. If I'm only dedicating a week to a launch, I can't expect to have this booming launch when I don't have a huge audience. You know what I'm saying? And so it would be different if I had like, if I was like on Happy Planner level, or, you know, something like that, or just like a shop that had like thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands, but that's not really the case. So that is why you have to continue to show up on people's feeds, continue to talk about your product, even though they might have heard about it already. Talk about it again. That is going to be where you see the results on the other side, on top of you having that mindset of knowing like, okay, this is my goal, I'm going to get there. Even if I don't hit it this time, I'm going to figure out how to maneuver some things, change some things, and then I'm going to try it again. So it's just a matter of just not giving up, basically. But yeah, you guys, that's pretty much all I have for you. I hope that you enjoyed this random video in my backyard. Hopefully the next one will be a little bit better, a little more put together, maybe not. We're in the process of a rebrand right now as well too, so there's going to be some changes coming to this channel, which I'm really excited about, also a little nervous about, but more excited than anything. Also, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you are interested, you can sign up for the Inspire Blueprint, which is my group coaching program. It is open for enrollment starting tomorrow, June 11th, and it will be open for about a week. So if you're interested, I do have a limited number of spots available so that I can really give my time and attention to the ladies that sign up. But I'm excited. I definitely have talked about this in previous videos, but if you click the link down below, you can read all about what's included in that course / group coaching program. And I would love to see you there. It's really going to help those that are just ready to kind of hit the ground running, get started, get the right foundation, have the support. All of that is just encompassed into the Inspire Blueprint, and I absolutely love it. I love the ladies so far that I've been working with, and the community is amazing. So I would love to see you guys join as well. If you ever have any questions, reach out to me, and I'm more than happy to answer them for you. But that is all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.